Parkinson Blackburn on 1, Trigger on 2, Freddie Hodder on 3, and Excellence on 4.
Yeah, and it was interesting to hear Adam saying how much he was enjoying the conditions when he was talking to you, Dan. He's obviously having a nice time splopping about in the mud, but I don't know if it's suitable for everybody, but Adam's enjoying it. Coming off a 4 here, that could be a good gate for him. A celebration really for the Centurions at this point, given the fact that they are 10 points up with only 2 to go.
So here we go, heat 14, front race of the night. Parkinson Blackburn, Trigger, Hodder, and Excellence, away they go, and a flyer from Ben Trigger. Watch out for Excellence around the outside. Parkinson Blackburn looks across and sees it's Excellence. But meanwhile, Ben Trigger there leading the way with his second heat win of the night. Oh, watch out for Parkinson Blackburn. He steams up the inside of Ben Trigger. Ben Trigger keeps it wound on. What a move from Ben Trigger.
Trigger's riding brilliantly here. He's just held Jack Parkinson Blackburn at bay. That's a great ride as he come around this turn. He didn't move off the line, and now Parkinson Blackburn's had to back off and try and regroup. But Ben Trigger, a brilliant ride there for the young man. He just put himself right in the middle of the track. He wasn't going to let Jack Parkinson Blackburn through. He was really stoic on that inside line, and now he's looking like he's going to get a brilliant heat win here in heat 14. Another win for
Bellevue, a 4-2. Another win for Plymouth. It will start the match. No matter what the Bellevue Colts do in heat 15, the Centurions have won the first match of the National League. Ben Trigger from Jack Parkinson Blackburn, Adam Excellence, and Freddie Hodder.
It's Ben Trigger.
So heat number 13. Gate 1 we'll see in white Nick Morris. Gate 2 in red will be Richard Lawson, the Gladiators guest. Gate 3 in yellow, Richie Worrell. And gate 4 on the outside, Hans Andersen in blue. So you can see the Leicester Lions having a look at the surface once more. They're not happy with the way they're getting off this track this evening. Definitely not comfortable with the start for one reason or another. So tapes up on this heat 13. It's a good start there from Richard Lawson in red. He's pushing wide, but right round the outside in yellow comes Richie Worrell. A good ride by Richie Worrell as the Gladiators fill that second and third, and they're going to chase Richie Worrell here. Hans Andersen's pushing Worrell into this turn. It's close round this turn. Hans Andersen's at the inside. He's going to get past Richie Worrell going into this turn. A great ride by Hans Andersen to get past, and now Hans Andersen gets away and he's got to try and stop Richie Worrell coming through. Worrell's pushing him wide. Hans Andersen's just clinging on at the moment. So the last lap flag being made ready. Hans Andersen, he's got himself a little bit of space now between himself and Richie Worrell. But can Richard Lawson in that third have a go at Richie Worrell? He's got up the inside. He's switched to the outside as they go around this turn. He's going to have a look on the outside once more. It's going to be close to the line. Very close to the line. But it was Hans Andersen ahead of Richie Worrell, a 4-2 for the Gladiators. It's a great ride from Hans Andersen. He came under attack in that third lap from Richie Worrell, but he was able to hold him at bay and make sure that he could secure the 4-2 for Plymouth Gladiators.
And so we look to the track, and we can see that this time round Gladiators will have gates 1 and 3. And coming out of gate number 1 in the red helmet colour for the home side is Chris Harris. Next to him in white for the Pirates is their skipper Danny King. Then coming up to tapes in the blue helmet colour for the Gladiators, man who's been on fire this evening really, Hans Andersen, the skipper, and experience required at this stage, and that man has got it in spades. And last to the party, just comes out through the pits gate and makes his way round to the track, is Richard Lawson for the Pirates. He'll be riding in the yellow helmet colour, and he'll be coming from gate number 4. So there we are, heat 13, the battle of the big guns. Everybody says it, but it's totally true. Riders at the line. Engine noise starts to rise. Starting marshal encouraging everybody into position. He signals to the referee. Tapes released and away they go, and Hans Andersen with a beauty out of gate number 3 gets himself to the front. Richard Lawson comes around to tuck into second place, Danny King in third, and Chris Harris takes the scenic route round the outside and gets himself up into third place. And the way he's going, wouldn't be surprised if he isn't in second very shortly. round the third and fourth bends with Chris Harris right out wide in the dirt, and now diving up the inside of Richard Lawson, as he's so keen to do.
A fabulous ride by Chris Harris. He went round the outside, he generated so much speed and then came right up the inside of Richard Lawson. One more lap to go, but what a ride by Chris Harris to secure the 5-1 here. The crowd have gone bananas over there on the Colin Hill stand. They cannot believe what they're seeing. Chris Harris, he straightens up a little bit. He's gone very wide. It's drama at the end, but he just holds on to it. Such a classy rider. But Hans Andersen and Chris Harris, a tremendous 5-1 from the Gladiators pairing. Brilliant racing. Off gate 1 this time, the in-form Ricky Wells. 2 wins so far. He'll be looking for another one off of the inside there in white. Gate 2 is Michael Palm-Toft in blue. Gate 3 is Dan Thompson in yellow. And off the outside, Ben Barker. So what can he do for the West Colour Gladiators here this time? And it's 26-22 so far, so there is the chance to further extend this lead, or for the Bandits to start to peg back the Gladiators here. The referee, Tony Steele, the world famous Tony Steele up there, of course.
The legend himself.
He's pressing the buttons this evening alongside Matt Weir. So here we go with heat number 9. So away we go, and from the outside, Ben Barker, he doesn't quite get there. It's Ricky Wells that gets there, and now Barker's switched up the inside. Barker's chasing Wells, and he goes through. Great ride by Ben Barker, but he is drifting wide, and Ricky Wells is now coming back at him up the inside, but Barker's away.
Well, fantastic start there from Barker. Had a bit of a nibble at the start there, as I saw him just ever so creeping light slightly. But Ricky Wells, he thought he'd make the start, but Barker said, thank you very much, up the inside, I'll have some of that, and he's pulling away now. Not as fast as his previous race, I must admit, but he's still pulling away. Palm-Toft's in third, so again it's a 4-2 advantage for the Gladiators, which will put the tactical sub-territory in the distance.
Yeah, Ben Barker's looking very convincing here, but Ricky Wells isn't looking convincing here because he's got Michael Palm-Toft all over him. He's gone round the outside. A tremendous ride by Michael Palm-Toft. He goes right round the outside of Ricky Wells, and it's a 5-1 to the West Colour Gladiators. They take a hold of this meeting by the scruff of their neck with a brilliant ride by Michael Palm-Toft as he goes right round the outside of the in-form Ricky Wells. Here we go, and off the inside is the aforementioned Sam Hagan. He will be in white this time. Ben Phillips off of the gate 2 in blue. Gate 3 in yellow will be for his second appearance, Jacob Clouting. And off the outside is Ben Trigger in red. And Ben Trigger this time coming off the outside, I fancy a little bit here. He's been going very well at the Coliseum. He's moving away from the start, obviously not happy with things.
Well, Ben Trigger's doing what Chris Harris has done, and it's great to see Ben now up in the main body of the team. Had some fantastic scoring at reserve. Bit of different kettle of fish now here with Ben Trigger on the outside as a heat leader. Let's go racing.
Here we go with heat number 3 then. Tapes go up, away they go. Ben Phillips lifts off of gate 2, but it is Hagan that makes a great start. Ben Trigger is chasing after him. Trigger goes up the inside, but it is Sam Hagan who leads. Ben Trigger is in that second place though, and crucially Ben Phillips has found himself in third, although he drifts wide. He's close to the front and close to the back at the moment.
2 races in one right here, Gareth. We've got Hagan and Trigger, and against, and very close on the third and fourth there between Phillips and Clouders. Phillips just holds on there, but meanwhile Hagan's gone wide. Through comes Trigger, has he? The answer is yes, he has. Ben Trigger comes through. Hagan went one on that third and fourth time. Trigger said thank you very much, I'll have some of that, and he's on the inside, and actually Clouders got past Ben Phillips as well, so 2 changes in one race.
Yeah, great race here between all 4 of these riders. Ben Trigger getting up the inside of Sam Hagan when Hagan made a mistake, and Ben Phillips at the back made a mistake and allowed Jacob Clouting through. So changes right the way through this race, but it is going to be a 3-all because Ben Trigger has taken this heat 3 by the scruff of the neck. He takes the win. Sam Hagan finishes second, and third place is Jacob Clouting. So we went from a 3-all to a 3-all. It changed as the race went on. A brilliant bit of speedway racing. And Ben Trigger, he had a heat leader's job to do, and exactly what he did. He went out and won the heat. So
Heat 13, clash of the big guns. So gate 1, Ben Morley. Gate 2 in white, Jason Edwards. Gate 3 in blue, Richard Andrews. And on the outside in yellow, James Shanes. As the start marshal calls him into line, the referee there, Cy Humphrey Kennett. Very posh name for a referee there, brings them into line. And well, it's going to be business as usual here. Let's see what happens here. Morley on 1, Edwards on 2, Andrews on 3, Shane's on 4. Here we go, stand by for action folks, heat 13. underway, takes up and away to go, and a fly from Morley from the inside. Shane's now round the outside of his own team partner in the second place. He will now serve after Ben Morley, but Morley there showing his class out in front. Edwards there holding third. Shane's there very low on the bike, almost turns inside out. Morley there pushing out away and gone. Shane's there second again. It's going very tight into the turns 3, 1 and 2, almost blocking the run of Edwards. In fact, Edwards goes wide, and through comes Andrews at the 4-2, as Andrews comes back up the inside. What a move from Edwards, but Richard keeps it pinned on the corner. What a move from Richard. Andrews there, holding second place with her third place with 1 lap to go. 4-2 for the Centurions. It's Ben Morley, James Shane, Richard Andrews, Edwards there running a last, but he's still going hammer and tongue. He now switches to the inside, Jason Edwards. Oh, what a move from Jason Edwards. Pushes him wide, and well, Ben Morley stays in it, takes his maximum, and very close on turn 3 and 4. Very close on turns 3 and 4 there. Ben Morley there takes the win in race number 13. Sensational from Ben.
So here is heat number 1, and we will have Alfie Botel off of gate 1 in blue. Drew Kemp is in gate 2 in yellow, Ben Barker gate 3 in red, and the exclusion, of course, of Steve Worrell on gate 4 means that there will be nobody out there on gate 4. So the start marshal is getting them ready for the second rerun of heat number 1. Tapes up, away they go. It's a very even break, and this time Ben Barker hasn't made the best of it. He's had to go very, very wide, and it is Drew Kemp that leads as they go down the back straight. Alfie Botel slotted into that second place. He's already pushing hard on Drew Kemp. Great ride by Drew Kemp.
Well, I was not expecting this from Drew Kemp. What a start from the young lad. He left Ben Barker, he was standing still there, and Barker now tailed off in third place with Botel in second. But this is what Mice's boat comes steaming inside of Drew Kemp. Oh, it's oh so close now. One mistake from, they're going so close to the inside curve here. It's all very close, but Drew will have the inside advantage as Botel now switches to the outside. Here he comes, high one hands him up, Botel 1 to go.
This is a brilliant race here, absolutely fantastic from Alfie Botel. No doubt Ben Barker's seen him do that. He's now gone round the outside as well. Tremendous riding from both of the Gladiators here. The crowd go wild, and it's going to be Botel and Barker who managed to get a 5-1. Tremendous racing. Alfie Botel's fallen once again on that slippery outside. And here is the official result of heat number 1. Alfie Botel in blue, 3 points, 2 points to Ben Barker in red, 1 point to Drew Kemp in yellow, and no score, of course, for Stevie Worrell, who was excluded. 51.50 was the winning time.
So we have gate 1, Josh Pickering, gate 2, Kai Thompson, gate 3, Richie Worrell, gate 4, Justin Sedgman, 42 points apiece. Heat 15, this is oh so important. If it's a 45-all draw, they both come with something, but it won't be enough for the Gladiators. They wanted an extra point.
Definitely. I've said it once tonight, I'm going to say it again. I'm going for a Gladiators 5-1 just because I know that Gladiator spirit shines through to the guests, especially at crucial times. This is a crucial time, and I got faith in them.
Well, as John Anderson would say on TV at Gladiators, Gladiators ready! So here we go, Heat 15. Let's go racing, here we go. And Richie Worrell from the start. He's made it from that inside. The gate 3 there, coming around the outside in yellow is Justin Sedgman. Pickering there at the back there. It looks to be another thrill at the moment. Watch out for Pickering there. He wants that third place. It's getting dusty, but meanwhile, Worrell looking good. Pickering now going high, wide, handsome. Is he getting the grip? Not quite there. He's getting so much more speed. But coming around the turn 3 and 4 there, it's looking good for Richie Worrell.
Pickering's going to throw everything and the kitchen sink it, Sedgman. You know, it's a great race lead there by Richie Worrell. Watch out for Pickering.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Oh! Josh Pickering. Where has he found that from? Has he got him? He's got him there! Now he's going for Kai Thompson. He's going wider. He's going for second. He's going for second. Josh Pickering, watch him go. Here he comes to the line. Here we go. It's going to be. Oh, so close there on the line.
Well, what can you say? What a way to end the meeting. Heat 15. Great win for the Gladiators. Crucial time.
That's the result of 4-2.
It's 2 points for them. You know, a point for Birmingham as well. It's been a fantastic meeting.
Right now then for heat number 4, we've got the riders now taking their places for this one. And here's the lineup then. Nathan Ablett back out, this time from the inside, in the yellow helmet colour for the Poole Pirates. Lee Complin off gate 2 in blue. Richard Lawson's in white off gate 3, and off the outside it is Adam Roynan for the Gladiators, who's in for Hans Anderson. By the way, at short notice, Hans re-aggravating his shoulder injury, and so unable to take the ride tonight. But Adam, you know, knows his way around here, and I know one or two people saying, well, no, Adam Roynan could deliver as good, if not better, scores than Hans. We'll find out right now as heat number 4 gets underway. The tapes fly into the first bend, and it is Adam Roynan and Lee Complin side by side hitting the front. Watch out here though for Richard Lawson, who's blasting round the outside. He gives absolutely not an inch to anyone on any track, and he's really giving it to the Gladiators here, going big, and Lee Complin now has to hold off Richard Lawson.
Yeah, they did well to get ahead of him, to be fair. Lee's got his work out because Richard's got bags of speed, but Lee is riding that slightly wider outside line now. He's getting his wheel on that back, on that line, and Richard's going to do well to get past him.
Yeah, Richard Lawson trying to get past Lee Complin here. Lee Complin guarding the line well so far. He's got one more lap to fend off the fight of Richard Lawson, who's going deep into the dirt here, trying to slingshot down the back straight. I'm not sure he's going to have the momentum to do it though. Into the final turn, checkered flag coming up for Lee Complin, who takes the win. And Richard Lawson has to make do with second this time out. Adam Roynan in third, a 4-2 to the Poole Pirates.
So the lineup then for heat number 9, we've got Tom Woolley off the inside, gate 1 in white, Richard Andrews off of gate 2 in blue. Kai Ward here is not in gate 3 in yellow, that's James Laker who's in gate 3 in yellow, and off the outside is Rhys Naylor in red. So we've got a switch around of the reserves here with James Laker, lots to peg back here. Tom Woolley so far has had a mediocre evening, and he's certainly a rider capable of some very, very good rides. Tom Woolley, of course, a very accomplished motorcyclist as well, having been on the flat track scene several years ago as well. So here we go with heat number 9. Tapes up, away they go, and it is Tom Woolley who leads into that turn. It's a great start from Tom Woolley. Richard Andrews and Rhys Naylor go straight onto the outside. Rhys Naylor riding the wall of death as he went round bends 2 and 3, and now having a go at Tom Woolley is Richard Andrews. He's loving it outside this evening. He's right up in that dirt. He's having a go round the outside, but at the moment Tom Woolley's got things under control. Once again, Richard Andrews, he's going wide once again, coming out of bends 4. It's an awful long way round there for Richard Andrews. This time he's a little bit closer. He's going to have another go down the back straight. Back into bends 3 and 4. He's right up on that high wide line. He's gone right round the outside. It's a fabulous ride from Richard Andrews. He's gone back into the dirt, and now he's got past Tom Woolley, who straightens up coming out of the turn. A brilliant ride from Richard Andrews. The checker flag comes out, and he is absolutely flying this evening. A tremendous ride from Richard Andrews. He takes a very good win, using that dirt line brilliantly. So the spectators giving Richard Andrews a very deserved applause as he goes down that back straight. A great ride from Richard Andrews there, and you can see what that means to him. Heat 9 result then, it was a win in blue for Richard Andrews. 3 points to him. Here we go then, James Wright once again. He circles back to away from the start to come back in. That certainly worked for him earlier. He's on that gate 3. And it'll be interesting to see if James can propel himself. He's certainly very, very quick off the start when he wants to be. And heat 15, of course, the meeting is already done and dusted with regards to the winners. But can we end on a high here with Richie Worrell and James Wright for the Gladiators? Or will the Tigers do some damage in the form of Basso and Brennan taking a 5-1? We shall wait and see. So here we go then, heat number 15 is at the tapes. Tapes up, away they go. It's a very even start off the outside. Tom Brennan sweeps across, but he's blocked very quickly by Worrell, who goes right up to the fence. That's a brilliant ride from Richie Worrell. Tom Brennan had to try and stay with him, but Worrell really did go straight for that dirt, and it is now Worrell who leads.
Well, James Wright having to give second best in heat number 15, but a man who's never going to give second best tonight, that's Richie Worrell. He's riding the high, wide and handsome line on all the bends tonight, certainly looking for the dirt, looking for the speed, leading the Glasgow Tigers. He's going to go unbeaten for the Gladiators on this final meeting of the 2022 season. Final race, final meeting.
This is a great ride from Richie Worrell. He is absolutely flying as he comes into this turn. He's right up against that effort. That is absolutely sensational from Richie Worrell, and now he's dropped down onto the inside. A tremendous ride from Richie Worrell, a completely dominant performance from him this evening. 6 rides, he has not been beaten by a Tiger all evening, and what a performance he put on in that heat 15.
Back in the day, I think we'd have given him a paintbrush and he could have painted the fence as he went around. He was that close to it, a 4-inch brush, and he could have painted the fence throughout the night. Well done to Richie, great effort in heat number 15. And well done, the Glasgow Tigers. Entertainment all the way. They've had to come second best to the Gladiators, but I think we had a little bit more to race for tonight than they did.
So here is the official Heat 15 result. It was a win in red for, of course, Richie Worrell. 3 points to him. A new track record, 49.3. Who'd have thought it on the last night's racing? Richie Worrell, who looked incredibly fast. I did say he looked fast. A new track record holder.
I think he's got to come back next year as the track record holder then. 49.39, that will be confirmed perhaps on your referees updates if you look online, but I believe we heard 49.39 in the final race, heat number 15. How often does a track record go in heat number 15?